Welcome to Grey Primer, a show that's mostly about miniatures. My name is Nick, I'm your host. In this episode, I'm going to be looking at Green Stuff World's Tubes, Tentacles, and Wires Roll Maker. It's a little plastic tool that allows you to sculpt tubes into various shapes and sizes. They do an XL version of it as well, but I'm going to look at the standard one today. Give it a bit of a road test and review and see how we get on. And at the very end of the video, I'm going to be announcing the 3 winners of my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, so check that out too. But for now, let's have a little music and get on with the show. So here it is, the Green Stuff World Tubes, Tentacles, and Wires Roll Maker. Pretty decent price, and if this is any good, it'll be used hundreds of times in future projects. There seems to be a lot of stuff crammed into this little pack, but let's have a look at what we've got inside. The insert card does a decent job of showcasing all the effects that are possible with the different rolling plates. And on the back of the card, there are some basic instructions. It recommends that you use Vaseline, talc, and/or water to stop the plates getting sticky. I coated all my plates with Green Stuff World Sculptor's Vaseline, and that did the trick nicely. You can see the 3 different sizes here and how the ridges gradually widen. You get 2 of each plate as well as 2 brackets to hold them steady while you roll. And you can see how they click in place here. Once locked in place, the other plate slides comfortably over the top. Now several of the plates have burrs from the original molding process, and I need to remove these as they get in the way of a smooth sliding action. This is fairly quick and easy to do and will only need done once, although it gives the impression of a slightly unfinished product and is a flaw that would prevent smooth use of the tool if left untreated. Here I'm just chopping up some green stuff to use in the roller, and I'm also going to try it with air drying clay and 2-part Milliput superfine epoxy putty, which you can also see. I'll start with the 2 large plates to see how I get on with those. I lock the lower plate into place between the 2 brackets. This can be a little fiddly to seat correctly, but I'm sure that'll get easier with practice. I roll a ball of green stuff into a sausage shape, and at this stage I'm still working out what quantities and lengths and the thickness the sausage needs to be before it goes onto the plate. And this is obviously way too large. I also apply far too much pressure here, and you can see that from my white knuckles. This is never going to work. But I apply more pressure in case by some miracle that will make it better. It does not. All I'm making are corrugated pancakes, and that's not gonna work. So I take a shorter, thicker tube of Milliput to try another approach, and I use a lot less pressure. I take my time with this one, play around with the plate orientations, and I've 2x the footage speed to save you from living through my experiments in real time. This is definitely looking much more like it. It's almost like crocodile or dragon skin. Very cool. Please excuse my clay and green stuff caked fingers. I'm a messy sculptor and that's just how it is. Now I'm trying a different orientation of plate against plate. I'd recommend making a series of sample tubes with parallel, cross-threaded and diagonally oriented plates at the 3 different sizes to give yourself a reference guide for the future, because the outcomes of the multiple variables can be very different. I'm really liking the Milliput results, but I want to give Green Stuff another chance here as I was heavy-handed with it earlier. You can see the plate is at a diagonal too. I'm now going to try a much thinner tube on the small plates to see how delicate I can make these, and with a little practice it's becoming much easier to find the bite point of pressure to apply. And the results are quite nice. These could be great as conduit tubes or cabling. By the way, I also tried some of the air drying clay, but it was way too squishy, so it wasn't suitable for this. Now I'm going to match up a small and large plate with green stuff, and it actually creates a pretty interesting pattern here. Almost organic looking. But I'm going to take that and now gently roll it across a diagonal plate, and the combination of effects gives me a rope-like texture, which is pretty cool. But as you can see from the top left, I'm doing lots of experiments. If you're creating a sample pack for your future self, remember to note the plates you use and their orientation. So here's another of the large plate, small plate and parallel tubes, which look great. And I'll also do a quick large parallel plates tube here with Milliput, and it just will give you an idea of how much the two outcomes can differ between using large and large small. It's super cool. And here are the better results of my experiments with lots of cool effects that are easy to reproduce in various materials. But my favorite is definitely Milliput Superfine. I love this stuff and find it really easy to use. And now it's time to announce my 1000 subscriber giveaway winners. 3 lucky people will be getting a box of stuff each very soon. So giveaway box number 1 had a McFarlane Marine, a Blood Bowl team, and many other things, and was won by Chris Rainey. Well done, Chris, thanks for subscribing. Box number 2 had Viking Herdman, pin badges, decals, Reaper minis, and more, and was won by Boris Who. Very well done, Boris, I will be in touch soon. And finally, giveaway box 3 had an Exo Frame, Reaper minis, a dragon, and more, and was won by Steve Jones Scale Modeling Site. Congratulations, Steve. I'll be in touch with the 3 winners in the coming days and get these prizes in the post to you. Thanks to all of you for subscribing and watching, and please share the channel with friends, family, and neighbors, and also the countless strangers you encounter on the internet and social media. Until the next time, take good care of yourselves, and bye-bye.